All right, and we're live. Hey guys, this is John. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your week. We're hitting the ground running this week. I just happened to be looking on Chess and I saw that Magnus was playing in prep for his world championship match. Obviously playing Bullet, right? And he's in a match with Dania right now. They've played about 10 games. Looks like Magnus has a nice lead. Nothing crazy, though. I mean, Dania's hanging in there. These guys always have competitive matches. So I'm just really thankful we get to observe this on a Monday afternoon and just hang out and watch some high-level chess played at bullet speed. This looks like it's going to be a draw back and forth. Yep. Threefold. Here we go. Especially interesting for Magnus, right? Like, he presumably may not want to give away much of his opening prep for the World Championship, but he's playing a ton of games. He just played E4 Knight C6, which you don't see every day. What's up, Bert? What's up, Nikhil? Hi, Steve, my boy. Greetings, Pata Fizz. Maveser122, thank you for tuning in for the first time. Hello, Soaking Wet Sai. Thank you for the 17 months. What's up? I'm doing well. I was just commenting how lucky we are to be able to just tune in and watch the best players in the world playing Bullet on a Monday. And looks like Dania's in good shape here in this game. Got the queen, threatening mate on f7. Magnus covers. So this should be a competitive match. I have no idea how long these guys are going to play. I've talked to Dania before, and he's mentioned before on his streams like how he comes to play Magnus. And honestly, if he sees Magnus online on Chess, I think they always play on Chess these days, he'll just send him a challenge, and then Dania will do his thing. He'll, be like teaching or streaming himself or whatever, and basically just wait. Like if Magnus takes the challenge and then he drops everything he's doing, I think he could be in the middle of a meal and he would drop his meal and he'd go play Magnus. So I just love that. Clo, thanks for the 12 months. Thanks, Night Moves, by the way, for the 27 months. Cheers. Yeah, thank you, Night Moves. Well over 2 years at this point. Thank you very much. Oh, I missed. Wait, what happened in that last game? Did Dania drop his queen? Oh, my. He must have dropped the queen. Brutal. All right, this is a variation. Yeah, this is a sharp variation in this King's Indian defense, which Dania is an expert in. Okay, he's going to lose a knight, but this is all by design. Thank you, Jigs006, for the 8 months. Cheers. How does Dania fare against Ali Reza? I think they are pretty even. But I don't know what's going on with Ali Reza, right? Like, he has not been streaming at all, whereas he used to be pretty active during COVID. There's some chatter that Ali Reza is part of one of the World Championship teams, so there may be some validity to that, but I'm kind of surprised by his lack of inactivity online. I personally have not seen him play online in months. Thanks, K Buckby, for the 14 months. How's it going, K Buckby? I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to play a game the other day, or against B Buckby as well. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, Suad. Hey, Niall. Good to see you. What's up, Jaybird? Look at this massively complicated position. Once again, Dania has the queen, but Magnus has a bunch of pieces. I would take white here. I think with the knight pair, what's the material like? Yeah, white's even leading in material. White has 2 minors and a rook for the queen, if I'm seeing this correctly. Yeah, this should be pretty good for white. It's down a little bit on the clock, though. Still complicated. Anything can happen. Pontidius, hello. It's kind of nice to be able to watch games, too. I like doing this every once in a while because I can just chill with you guys and give my thoughts on the games. Just riff on what we're seeing here. All right, white's crashing through. This should be an easy win, despite the time. Knight h7, knight e6. Yeah. Queen coming. There's a mate threat on b2, but I don't... Well, okay. All right. Hold up. Run the king up. Okay, this is close now. Maybe a stalemate of some sort. Watch stalemate ideas. Yeah. Daniel's trying to give away the queen, but checkmate. Look at that. Magnus with 1.9. There were definitely stalemate ideas there because black had no pawn moves. The king was on f8. Kind of boxed in, especially with like a knight on f5 and the pawn on f7 defended. That's why Dania was trying to give away the queen, but Magnus knew what Dania was going to do. What's going on here? I think white is losing a piece, if I'm seeing this properly. Yeah, white's losing a piece here. Knight d7 or queen d7. Take. Okay, some compensation perhaps because the Black King is a little exposed, but I got to imagine Magnus is close to winning this. Take, Queen C6 probably coming. Can't stomach a queen trade here, so yeah, this is real bad. Pretty stable position when Black controls the D5 square too. King D7. I don't think this game's going to last much longer. I really love spaghetti. Thank you for the prime. 5 months. Out of 100 bullet games, how many do you think you could get against Magnus? Yeah, this has been asked on stream recently. Like 100 games, how I would score. I think the percentage or the stats say I should score something like 7 out of 100. The sum of like the wins and the draws I might get. But I don't know, Bullet. He's so good at Bullet. I think certain time controls could be even more in Magnus's favor. This is just a casual fight. Yeah, it is. This is just a casual street fight. They're both just bored on a Monday. They're gonna play some Bullet, even though Magnus is less than a month away from the World Championship now. Thank you, Mountain Ren, for tuning in. Scores down here. It shows the overall score between these players. You can see they played hundreds of games. And the local score, so it's 10-5 right now. So they played 15 games. Local score meaning like this session. Okay. This looks a little better for Dania. Can win the A3 pawn. Yeah, he's pressing here. For sure. Magnus has the knight, but that knight is pretty bad. We saw what Dania did with the bishop versus the knight in his game against Fabiano at the U.S. Championship, right? Ooh, okay, he might get this pawn. Yeah, he's going to win this pawn. Now, the A pawn is Magnus going to have to give up material for. It looks like it. Okay, take. I think we're going to see him go take this pawn now. And Ken... Ooh, I don't know. I might even take white here with the time situation. Okay, white can't lose. This is going to be a draw. Drawn game. Neil Cube, thanks for the prime. 16 months. Appreciate it, Neil Cube. Cheers. Hey, Axiom. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tobias, thank you for the 9 months. Yes, checking in on the champ. That's right, Axiom. This is so cool. I love watching this stuff. And again, I'm usually the one playing on my streams, but it's nice to just be able to watch sometimes. I try to pick up stuff from this too. That knight's going to E6, I was just about to say. Blockade. Oh, nice. Double knight blockade here. Maybe Dania even wants to consider playing E6. He's going to try. Watch the E6 move. He's giving up the exchange. Wait, what? Rook E1? Didn't even take the bishop. Huh. Okay, I don't know if that was a mouse slip. Probably not. Yeah. That's thematic, because you want to get that before Black can completely shut down the position. White's already down material. Dania's pretty desperate at this point. Wait, what? Oh, nasty move. Queen takes F4. Oh, that's disgusting. Fork coming, trades queens. That was actually just an equal material trade operation, but Black was already up so much material that's effectively winning. Ooh. Ooh. All right, this one should be fun too. These guys are playing real fun chess as well. Okay, I like this position for white. 2 bishops, maybe a rook coming over here. All right, Don, you got a queen trade. That was good. Do you guys have any preference which side we watch this for? We're watching it from Magnus's side. I like to, cosplay as the world champion and watching it from his perspective, but I'm rooting for Dania, obviously, even though I like both these guys. But Dania is one of these dudes I always root for. We'll keep it on Magnus's perspective for now. Another sharp game here. Take on A6. Who's better here? I don't know. This is probably about equal. Maybe white's a little bit better, like in a classical game. But again, knight. I kind of like that centralized knight. G4, nice move, undermining. Wait, what? Blunder? No. No, 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 no. That's not how you do it, Dania. Okay, that's probably going to induce a little tilt. All right, IQP position here. Is Dania streaming? I don't think he is. No, he's not streaming this. I believe he does have permission to play on Lee Chess, even though he has an association with chess.com. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I believe he has streamed like some of his matches with Magnus before. Bishop Kevorkian, thanks for the 6 months. Pat Show, what's up? Thank you for the prime 7 months. Really appreciate all the support. We're up to almost 500 viewers already. Yeah, these sessions are a real treat, right? I actually have a little bit of a slower day today, so I was just going to go read and try to get some sunshine, go grab some lunch. But now we're going to stay for a little bit now. Yeah, Magnus Watch Party. That's right. By the way, there is going to be an event soon. It's on chess.com. It's called the Blitzcoin Invitational. And I think there's something like maybe like 16 players under the age of 25 from the US playing in this event. It was organized or sponsored by one of Dania's viewers, I believe Montana Chess. And they're paying out a prize fund of 1 Bitcoin. And it's coming up this week. I think it's on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. That should be pretty interesting. There's a bracket format to it. If you Google Blitzcoin chess, you'll probably find the link to it. I think it's on chess.com. All right, Magnus is on a bit of a run here. I just completely missed that last game as I was talking to you guys. All right, Daniel, let's see if we can stop the bleeding here. I read all sorts of stuff. I'm actually reading a book called Underboss right now about a mobster. It's a autobiography. Hello, Einsteiny. Yeah, not looking good for Dania in the past, about 7 games. But remember, the momentum shifts pretty fast in these. It's all about going on these runs. So currently, Magnus is on a run. All right, Bishop c5, active line, knight ge7. So white gets the 2 pawns in the center. But yeah, d5 fights back. There's a lot of these Rui systems that are quite interesting. I like black again here. Ooh, wow, exchange sack. And Dania knew that was coming too. Okay, this is very much a Magnus position. Knight pair. Ooh, this I think is borderline resignable for white. 95, that was a nasty move. We couldn't even take the knight because of the fork. I think this is going to be a swift execution. You got to try to block here. Now what's Magnus going to... What? He dropped a rook. He dropped a rook. Oh, he was trying for h5, h4. I'm telling you, this is all about momentum. I thought Dania was dead to rights there, and then Magnus abruptly dropped a rook after having all the momentum in the position. Okay. h6, g5 system again out of e4, e5. Dania played something like this against Wesley So in the U.S. Championship. So a bit of a similar variation. You'd miss that in a correspondence game? Yeah, Magnus was styling again with the knights. Knight e5. That was a nice move with the knight on d4 hanging, but white can't take it. All right, so that was a great victory by Dania. Sometimes that's what you need to break the momentum. So he recovers there. Okay, this is looking pretty bad for black too, I'd say. This pawn is dangerous because white controls the e8 square. Queen there. Yep, hit this, hit this. Maybe we're going to see a trade. No, he wants to keep this pawn. Okay, so I think white's going to try to rearrange. Maybe bishop there. Okay, check. Oh, nice move. Nice move. This is defended. You can't take the queen. All right. Yeah, this looks pretty secure. Black needs counterplay in a hurry here. a4, a3. That's the counterplay, I suppose. Now, for white, any sort of trade here, like a queen trade in particular, looks real good. Okay, that's defended. Can't go queen c5. Rook takes d5. I think white's winning this. Running away. Wow, no fear. No fear. Just comes down here. Yeah, with this coming in, I don't think black has enough. Rook back to D1. That's GG. Okay, Magnus takes that one. Plays the Alekines this time. Okay. 4 pawns attack. Now, again, Dania should be pretty familiar with this. I don't know about G5, though. But Dania had the black side of this against Ray Robson at the U.S. Championship in his very first game. Is Nepo watching this? Yeah, you know, I'd like to imagine Jan is maybe up late in Russia right now. Him and his seconds gathered around the faint glow of the laptop screen, watching his competitor at the U.S. Championship in 1 month just casually play dozens of blitz games against Daniel Naroditsky without a care in the world. Hello, Jan, by the way, if you're watching. He obviously cares enough to watch my coverage. All right, so black's up a pawn here. Need to get this knight in the action. I'd go like here sometime soon. This knight that gets chased over to the b6 square in the Alekines is often just a bad piece. So watch him to reroute it. Yeah, he does. Okay, yep, b6, maybe king b7. Some improving moves. Magnus is going to take his time here. I would even... Oh, I think that was a blunder. Don't think he should have played c6. I was thinking about maybe rerouting this rook, trying to get it involved. There he goes. Gets the rook in the action. That was definitely not planned. He missed knight d8. Looks like black is still somewhat on the offensive here. I predict draw in this game, though. Despite the time differential. Knight. Okay. Wait, what's going on in this pawn ending? Hold up. Is this some weird draw as well? If king takes e5, there's h4. This looks like a draw. There we go. Threefold. Ooh, that's a tricky pawn ending to judge. Point there, though, neither side could take the pawn that they would like on the E or the B file because there was a passed pawn being created otherwise. Go back and look at that if you're curious. But I think that was the case. Maybe white could have taken on E5 and then tried to help their D pawn, but I don't know if he would have been in time. And with the time situation, it would have been a gamble. Okay, Magnus playing some sketch stuff here. Bishop G4 looks good. Throw that move in. Attack the queen. No. I think this knight is coming here. All right, knight. Somehow I feel like Magnus got away with a little bit there. I still like Dania's position because he is up a pawn, but yeah, look at this knight action going on. Knight's getting in everywhere. Feels like white's generating some counterplay in the style of a Benko gambit. Yeah, this pawn's dropping. Now, after the trade, I don't think black can do this. There's going to be a fork on d6 at the end. Watch the queen trade, knight d6 coming in. Oh, he plays that, though. All right, all right. Knight d6 anyways, still with a fork. Yeah, white's winning here. Henry, thank you for the prime. What's up, Henry? 3 months. Appreciate it. All right, some work to be done, but looks winning for white for sure. These pawns are all uncoordinated. Black needs a trick. They have a knight, though. If you have a knight, you have a chance, as I always say. Knight c4, maybe. Okay. This bishop is the key. That bishop remains there guarding this. There's absolutely nothing black can do. Take that with check. Okay, takes with the rook, also good. John, what time odds would make it even between you and Magnus? How much more time would you give him? It'd be fun to play him like 1 minute for me versus 30 seconds. I think that might be semi-competitive. Yeah, I think if he was playing Ultra Bullet, he might still be a favorite even at that time control. I think it would depend how how much Ultra Bullet or Bullet I was playing, how fast I was. It's a pretty big advantage, though. 1 minute to 30 seconds. Ooh, so far this is pretty dominant Magnus performance, which is interesting, right? I mean, if you're rooting for Magnus at the World Championship, you're maybe looking to these games even as just a casual judge of form. Although you can see by the lifetime score, this is not like hugely different from their overall lifetime score. I am kind of slow, yeah. Exactly. They've been fairly competitive when they played a few months ago. They had a real long, like, even match, I remember. That's right. As Grace Sensei said. Oh, thanks, King's Gambino. Shout out to King's Gambino's dog. I have played Magnus before. I played him one time. I wonder if it was under this account. I think it was under a different account. Knight G5, win the Rook. Another endgame that fizzles out to... I think that was a slight mistake. Okay. Dania's pressing here. This would be a good win for Dania to get. G5 somewhere? Is he going to play it? No. Oh, he swindled the draw. Well, I don't know if swindle's the right word. It was probably a draw, but Magnus efficiently made the draw before time was a factor. That would have been a nice one, though, for Dania to convert, even with a flag. Okay. Magnus playing all sorts of stuff. That's one thing I love about watching Magnus play these fast games. His opening repertoire is so wide. Like, the dude just plays everything. It's unbelievable to watch. I mean, already with the black pieces against e4, he's played e5, he's played the Alekines, he played knight c6. I'm sure he'll play Sicilian, Caro-Kann, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I have interviewed Magnus. Yeah, it's on my channel. It's one of the top videos on my YouTube channel. It was amazing. All right. Magnus sniped a pawn here. He's going to have to bring this bishop back to guard. Still feels like Dania's pressing. Ooh, nice maneuver there. Look at that. Forcing the bishop to go super passive. What's going on at this stage? I don't know. This is quite an interesting endgame. I feel like black is somehow still pressing here. Yeah. He's going to give up the bishop now. Wait, what? Oh, check. Oh, okay. Interesting. I was wondering what was going on there. This bishop is dead. This bishop's a non-combatant. I think... Ooh, very interesting. Bishop b5 now? Are we going to see a draw again? Bishop g2, bishop f1 is possible. This bishop is stalemated. This might be a win for black. Oh, he's going to go after that pawn. Wow, White is so passive, but white's up 2 pawns. I think Dania's going to win this. No, it's a draw. He can't eliminate the e-pawn. Wow, that was a crazy endgame. My opinion of that endgame changed like 5 times in the span of 10 seconds. At first, I thought white was going to be in Zugzwang, and then black had to go track down those pawns. Both of white's bishops were dead at various points. That's real interesting. Okay, again, what did Magnus play in this game? He played e4, g6 on move 1. So some modern action. Bishop e6. All right, I like this for black because he can get his knight to a stable square. Knights like stables, remember? This h-pawn is dangerous, but yeah, I feel like he can kind of track it down. g4 is hard to play. You just take. Yeah. Again, Magnus is pressing here. Just want a pawn. Bishop versus knight. Rook a3. Yeah, this rook has no scope. Dania just throws in the towel. Okay. 19-8 now. I mean, if you win 2/3 of the time against Dania at any time control, I would say, but especially bullet, I mean, that's amazing. Hardly anyone in the world who can claim that. I mean, Magnus, maybe Hikaru, if Hikaru, played Dania in extended matches. I don't think anyone else could get close to that. Polar Bear Garden, thanks for the 13 months. Even Hikaru, I'm not sure, because Hikaru doesn't seem to play a lot of bullet these days against like super strong competition. Is Nepo really going to be so easy that I can afford to play bullet? Yeah, it's I don't think it's that. I think it's just Magnus trying to stay loose, trying to keep chess fun. No doubt he's nice pawn structure here for black, by the way. No doubt Magnus is putting in a lot of work, so maybe he's just finished a long day of training camp and he's just unwinding a little bit. Hikaru is too afraid to play against Magnus. I don't know what it is. I mean, Magnus basically doesn't play on chess.com anymore, as far as I can tell, unless it's for like a very big invitational event. And we know Hikaru doesn't play outside of chess.com unless he's playing like a Play Magnus event or something. All right. Dania had a million pawns there, so nice win by him. He breaks this little streak. Magnus, Dania, then Hikaru. It would be great to see those three in a tournament, a bullet tournament. I mean, there's a couple other guys too, of course, that are going to be in the mix in any sort of big bullet competition, but I would love to see, yeah, like a three-player competition between those three. Maybe they're all secretly playing on Kasparov chess, yes, or perhaps Red Hot Pawn, or maybe the defunct Yahoo chess. You guys want dark mode? All right, let's vote. We're going to leave it to the viewers. All right, 2-minute poll. Feel free to cast your vote. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Wow, we're over 1,000 viewers. Unbelievable. We're going to vote on whether you guys want it dark mode or keep it at light mode. It's the afternoon for me. I'm still kind of waking up chess-wise. I didn't play any chess yet today. But I understand that there are viewers from all parts of the world, and I know you guys are very particular about dark mode and whatnot, so I'll leave it to the viewers to decide. It's late for Nepo, so he would like dark. Yeah. Jan, if you're there, we might be changing it to dark mode for you. Don't worry. We don't want you to get eye strain looking at your laptop with your seconds. Okay. So, slight edge white, even though white looked like they were struggling in complete development. I just think mainly because of this pawn structure. Can black play this? I guess take. Nah, it doesn't work. Probably just basically equal here. Ooh, rook e8? What's up with this? Rook e8, bishop here, king. What? Okay, there's stuff hanging. I guess this is fine. Like that meme with the dog sitting in the burning building. This is fine. Okay, white's now down a pawn, but these pawns are doubled, so they're a little discounted. This might be a draw. Check forces the pawn forward. Yeah, I predict draw here. I think this pawn, this extra pawn, well, Magnus is playing for the win. He's going for it. Wait, what? What? Okay. All right. All right. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I still think draw. Yeah, I mean, this is the wrong color bishop for one thing. Yeah, this is a draw. Okay. Little twist at the end, though. Magnus was still playing for a win there. Here we go. Results of the poll coming up. Dark mode with 80% of the vote. All right. The people have spoke. Here we go. Dark mode. Let's go. For this amazing match. We are now 30 games into this match. The score standing at 20.5 to 9.5. Pretty dominant performance by Magnus so far, and who knows how long this will go. I mean, I'll try to stream however long this match is going to go. So let's stick with it here. Yeah, you bet. You bet. That was a strong vote in favor of dark mode. I don't know if people expended channel points there to sway the vote, use their super delegates. That's all good. All right, opposite color bishops here. Again, kind of looking drawish. Opposite color bishop positions, if there's more pieces on board, tend to favor the attacking side. So, that's a consideration here. I think black arguably has a slight initiative. This king looks like it's wandering, but it seems fairly safe. Check. King b3. Oh, wait. Just as I say that. Oh, what? Now he takes it. He's going to notice it now. Okay. That was like a mini slow roll. See, Magnus missed bishop d3 in that one. He thought that white had to play king b3. He was almost like pre-moving that queen b1 against king b3, which I think would have been winning for black had he landed that, because the bishop controlled a3. Looked bad for white, but hey, can't always assume things. Blue Coal, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Yeah, what was Magnus at to start this match? Look at his ratings. 3165 bullet, 3160 blitz. Rook ending here. Again, Dania with the shattered pawn structure, but he's got a pretty active rook on the second rank. I think you got to like that. I'd say, once more, with perfect play, this should most certainly be a draw. Let's see if we get a pawn liquidation. Yep. Magnus is going to play this, though. You know, I had the pleasure of recording some chessable material with Magnus, and he showed some mind-blowing rook endings with so many resources. Here he's going for f5. There's one rook ending in particular he played in the Bundesliga, the German league, when he was a teenager. I think it was against the Czech Grandmaster Zbigniew Hracik. Amazing game. Maybe I'll link it to you guys if you want. But that's in one of the courses, and having Magnus like explain the backstory to it and seeing the finale of the game, it's pretty cool. So I just put the link in the chat. It's from 2007. Magnus was just a wee lad. Oh, nice. Nusmata says, in the autumn marathon, use the Scandy to beat a player 700 points higher. That deserves a team Scandy in the chat. Well done. What course? That was the Magnus Touch Endgame Strategy is the name of the course. Yeah, on Chessable. All right, king on the run, looking good, looking winning for black. B2. White's going to resign here in a second. I don't think there's any more tricks here. Okay, well, they've traded blows here over the past 6 games or so. Oh, I hope. Okay, if there's a pause, that's sometimes a sign that they might be talking, maybe trying to negotiate a break, or something might end soon. Wow, crazy variation here. Look at this. They've been getting some interesting pawn structures, right? I like this for white. Intuitively, I like what white's doing here. Is he going to take f6? No. 2 bishops versus 2 knights. The black king in jeopardy, but he castles queenside. Okay. Takes e5. This is equal material. Again, I think I like white here. This is sort of like a glacier. You know, it's hard for it to move. There's some pack ice going on with this pawn on g7. It's not going to get out of the gate here for a while. So you can almost think like white's playing up a pawn for the time being. And there's tactics. Rook takes f2. No. Yeah, black's getting pushed around here. This is not good. Bishop e3 probably. It guards everything. And now, is he going for some sort of bishop b6 maybe? Okay, no, he's just going to nurse the 2-pawn advantage. Yeah, black's dead to rights here. He needs a fork. He needs a blunder. Well, just like that. Just as I said that. You cannot script this. Again, Magnus is making assumptions. He assumed that black had to play king d8 there. I don't know why you would assume that. Well, okay, actually, I can see why you would assume that. That would have been, maybe that was clever by Dania. Dania allowed the discovery. So he objectively just played a bad move, and Magnus fell right into it. Magnus is still giving him problems, though, with all these pawns. That was sick. Let me show that real quick. I promise I'll go to the next game here. Yeah. So that's actually real clever by Dania. I changed my opinion about that. This is just an objectively bad move, king b8. It allows rook h7 check, winning the rook. But he probably knew he was busted anyway, so Magnus just played this. He had plenty of time, played it. Oh. So, yeah, nice little psychological ploy there. Some high level psychological warfare going on in this match. Oh, my pleasure, Chess Lions. Thank you all for tuning in. This is a lot of fun. Bit dirty? Yeah, but Magnus is going to respect that. Guaranteed he got a little annoyed. He probably tilted for the rest of that game, but he respects that too. That is bullet, yeah. All right, interesting position here. 2 minors versus queen and rook. Not sure which side I like here. This is a close ending. Bishop takes b2. Again, I'm going to predict draw here. I will say 2 minors versus a rook and 2 pawns is a lot closer than 2 minors versus rook and 1 pawn. Rook and 1 pawn, the 2 minors are usually going to be better. All right, watch the knight, though. Knight b4 threat. So black wants to win this pawn, but they got to constantly watch this. All right, I think Dania's pressing here. He's got to avoid a fork. He's definitely pressing. Will the time cooperate, though? H-pawn running. Oh, knight c5. Oh, all right. I think we're going to see a draw. Unless Dania's going to try to flag him. Yep, Magnus is going to win this pawn. Okay, draw. That's a fair result. That was probably the correct result. If those pawns were connected, Dania had H and F pawn to start that ending with the rook against the 2 minors. If those pawns were connected, definitely white would have been better, I think. But with the pawns disconnected, probably close to equal. Here we have a Schliemann attack. That's F5 on move 3. Let's move F5 in the Rui. Sharp. Probably Dania prepared something like this for the U.S. Championship. I want to say he had a game with this as well. Man. Exactly. Too fast for commentary? Yeah, I totally get that some people might not be able to follow this. I can barely follow it myself. My mouth can only move so fast. I'm trying to provide relevant, interesting commentary, but you might have to watch this back if you're really curious. White pressing again. Going to win one of these pawns. Probably take a6. That knight is just so torturous to play against. Yeah, this I think should be a win for white. Up a pawn with the knight. Compact structure. Knight b4 maybe eventually, but he's got to watch b2. That picks off another pawn. Oh, that rook was hanging. Again, assumptions being made here. Both sides missed this, or maybe Magnus assumed that Dania would move the rook when Dania, in fact, did not. Backward knight move. Missed. Okay, what's going on here? I think this is winning. Yeah, I can't stop the pawn. Yeah, that check that black threw in at the end was bad. This is the spectator phenomenon, right? If you guys have ever wondered why it's easier, or it's perceived to be easier to spot stuff when you're not actually playing the game, remember, as spectators, we don't have the cognitive burden of having to make these decisions in a split second, decision after decision. That's a huge cognitive burden. So, someone pointing out a missed tactic, even by some of the best players in the world, virtually meaningless. I want you guys to understand that. It's virtually meaningless. It says almost nothing about your chess ability. And I got to admit, seeing comments like that on YouTube a lot, occasionally it'll annoy me. I know it's part of the game, but, people want the ego boost. They want to feel good about themselves that they see something that, the players missed in the moment. Let me tell you, having, watched thousands and thousands of games by good players over the years, it's a meaningless metric. If you can string together better decisions that they made and produce them yourselves in a game, most importantly, then we can talk. But until then, it's fun to point out, but it doesn't mean much. But yeah, if you ever want engagement on your YouTube videos and you're a chess content creator, make a mistake or two, especially a big mistake or two. People will be sure to point them out. Okay, sharp position here. Magnus with the 2 bishops. Oh, he can't step to the H file, though, because of the check. I guess, okay. All right, they both calculated that. Oof. Knight pinned. Oh, that's a great move. Rook e8. Oh, wow. Magnus pulling out all the stops here. Look at this. 2 pawns, though. I think with The time edge, though, and the pawn's being blockaded. Rook back to f7. Yeah, rook e7. Oh, what? Rook f6. Why would you... Why would you play that, Magnus? Magnus is playing some weird moves in these time situations. I know Dania's fast, but I don't know why you would play rook f6 there. That's right, Ray Jade. Yeah. Now, I've seen this phenomenon play out on YouTube videos a lot that I was talking about, where there will be very little discussion of like moves other than blunders or like interesting moments in the games, and just like protracted discussions of obvious mistakes or perceived obvious mistakes. But I understand. That's just the name of the game. You don't like the board theme? Hopefully you guys think this is an okay theme. I kind of like the fabric board, I gotta say. I know I didn't wear my matching shirt today. Nice. Okay, good. I think most of you guys like this board theme. Fabric not cool? My blue jeans disagree. Oh, I think black's winning here. Yep. Nice. Endgame victory for Dania. He's coming back. Look at this. He's finding his form. Things are heating up here. And here we go, Karo Khan. I alluded to the fact that Magnus is trying almost every opening. I've never seen this line before. Actually, isn't it called the wall variation? Named after an IM from Australia. Maybe I have seen that line before. C6, knight a6, knight c7. This phenomenon is not unique to chess. Yeah, very true. Yeah. I mean, sports has the same phenomenon. Like the armchair quarterbacking. Like the out-of-shape guy on his couch being like, even I could have caught that. Very similar. Oh, Axiom. I'm sorry. Let me get my alerts here. Oh my, Axiom Fox with the $50. Hey, thank you very much. Super kind donation. Shout out to Axiom Fox, longtime viewer, supporter, good guy, all the way up in Canada. Thank you, Axiom. Says tip your guide people if you can. Thank you once again. Yeah, big shout out to Axiom. And thanks everyone for tuning in today. This is a treat. Magnus likes to keep this real sporadic. You know, he doesn't drop in for these matches too often, but there are stretches where, you know, he'll be up late in Norway or wherever he is around the world. Just log in and try to play people. This is over. Queen H1 coming. All right. A couple spike checks there, but GG. Nice mating pattern. Hey, Trixonics. Thank you, Richard, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. A lot of first-time viewers here. I love it. Dr. Ossip as well. Thanks, Chris, for the 11 months. Cheers. Yeah, not super late this time. However, there has been sessions he's played where, you know, for sure he's been up at 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. his time. Playing like Dania or Andrew Tang here in the States. Bishop Kevorkian gifting a sub to Wow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Bishop. Enjoy the sub, Wow. Okay, take f7 now. Who's better here? Pawn's getting knocked out. Maybe this one. Okay, maybe a little expansion. Whites need to get this bishop involved. I would still say draw here. I think the chances of a perpetual are fairly high. In a way, it's going to be who has the more dangerous pawns, but watch black to go for checks now. Okay, Magnus trying to cover. There's a pin here. He's calculating. Can he play a2? He decides he can. Oh, check and win this. Yeah, probably just pick that up, right? All right. Oh, he's going to go get another queen. King's safe. Yeah, white's definitely winning now. Probably pick this pawn off. I don't see why not. This king is so safe. Black needs to get their queen there, but that's tough. Queen d6, you might as well try. Oh! All right, creative. Dania's making him sweat here. Oh, that was nice. That was a sick move, f4. Did you guys see that? f4 baiting, queen takes f4. Looked like he was trading off or maybe had blundered a pawn. And then queen c1 with the bishop. You can see here. The bishop on g2 controlling f3 and e4. So that's a skewer that will win the queen. Kind of disgusting. They see those like mini traps so fast. I would almost guarantee that was a trap set by Magnus. He saw that pattern so quickly. It's an unusual pattern, too. Will you coach Magnus in the Scandi for his match against Nepo? I got to say, unfortunately, Magnus has not contacted me about getting in some Scandinavian defense preparation. That doesn't mean he's not going to use the opening, but, you know, he knows how to get in touch with me, and I have not received any communication from him. Much to the chagrin of Team Scandi here in the chat. But it's not too late, you know, like, yeah, I might get an 11th hour call, you know, maybe second, third week in November, right before the match is about to start. Like, hey, John, I'm in Dubai. Like, nothing's working. I should fire these guys in my second. They're not producing anything good for me to use. I humbly turn to you in this time of crisis. Can you coach me on e4, d5? I'll pay you whatever you need. You want to fly to Dubai? You want me to put you up in the suite? Let's do it, man. He knows how to get in touch. All right, Magnus picking up a game here. Oh, that's also sick, by the way. If white queens, he checks and then checks down here. And this check is just going to lose the pawn. He's just styling now. 3 wins in a row. All right, Dania, come on. Let's break this streak. Don't let him beat you 4 in a row. Come on. You know what? We're going to watch this from Dania's point of view. Dragon? How many of you guys play Dragon? Doc Wop, thanks for the prime. 5 months. Let's go, Dania. Come on. B5, do it. If bishop takes b5, there's rook takes c3. All right. Magnus is going to try to trade stuff off. Knight takes e4. Can he do it? Runs into knight takes e7. I have a feeling it probably doesn't work for black, but he's debating. All right. He plays it safe. Maybe knight d7 coming. You want to trade the dark square bishops, I think. Okay, you can do it in this way, too. Take, knight takes f2 would run into rook f1 or rook h2, I guess. All right. Dania, hurry up. You're down 10 seconds. He was calculating various tactics there that I don't think were working. Now he's going to pay the price on the clock. I still think his position's fine. I mean, rook b8. He's got a compact setup. Get that knight to c5 or e5. Yeah, cause some trouble. This stops f4. That's why he played g5. He's going to post this here. He's keeping the pawns defended. Feels like Magnus is still pressing, though. Time, though. Now Dania's up on the clock. That's nice. That's what he needed. I think Dania's going to break the streak here. Knight c5. This is looking great. Rook, get the rook in. a4. Yep. Good stuff. Rook f4. Rook down. Oh, yeah. Dania's got this easy. No doubt. Well, I don't know. I would have kept that knight. I still like his chances. Yeah. And Magnus just resigned that. Wow. He didn't even try. He was only down a pawn there in that endgame, but I think he saw the clock. Nice game. Isn't the dragon refuted? No, the dragon is definitely not refuted. There are some lines that are problematic for black, but for sure, not refuted. Anish Giri just came out with a course on it for Chessable. Was this a Scandi? Oh my. Magnus is listening. I know he's listening. I promise I'll watch this from your point of view, Magnus. Come on, let's go. We're now rooting for Magnus. Dania, I never met him before. Let's go. You're my horse, Magnus. Come on. Let's ride us to victory here. All right. Take. This is pretty typical Scandi stuff, actually, in some of these lines. What variation was this? He played the knight f6 line. That's all right. We can forgive him. He'll come around. He dropped a piece. Magnus dropped a piece. This is not looking good. Dania, I told you I'm your biggest fan, right? I knew you were going to win this game. Even though you're facing the Scandinavian, I had faith in you the whole time. Just put the finishing touches here. You're down a little bit on the clock, but I know you're going to take this game. Does this mean Scandy's refuted? Well, as I said, Magnus played the knight f6 version. I'll show you real quick. He played knight f6 on move 2. Not recommended. He's saving queen. He's going to drop the rook now. He's perhaps saving the queen takes d5 line for the match against Nepo. You got to save your prep, right? Okay, let's switch back. If I'm going to get that 11th hour call, we need to support the boss. That queen is almost trapped. That wins an exchange, but the queen was also almost trapped. F3 or bishop g4. Looks good. Yeah, this move coming probably pretty soon. Maybe not. Maybe he's a little worried about this diagonal. Take d5. Okay, just trade. The rook can come in soon. Yeah, this should be a pretty easy victory for white. Take, awful pawn structure for black. Pretty disgusting structure. Needs to play b4. That's what Dania's going to try to do. But yeah, take here. Everything's under control. He's just not letting that bishop get involved easily. Okay, still, that was probably an achievement for black to get it this far. Still not completely over. I feel like the black king though is going to suffer. Bishop back. Maybe just, trade, pick off h7. This is pretty well and truly over. All right, a lot of back and forth, little mini runs here. Still Magnus with a nice lead in this match. All right, give my piece a chance. Gifting 2 subs to the community. Thank you very much. Gifting to D-Weeb. Also the Game Hen. Thank you, give my piece a chance. I love that username. Jason Mattingly, by the way, 4 minutes ago. Thanks for the 20 months. Appreciate it, Jason. DocWap, I think I said thanks, but once again, thanks for the Prime. And Blind Simul, I missed your notification earlier. I've been so caught up in this action. Gifting to Paco R. Thank you, Blind Simul. Big supporter as well, Blind Simul X. Okay. Sicilian in this game. Yeah, Magnus really running through all the openings. He's on the ECO Rolodex here, just playing all sorts of lines. A lot of bishop versus knight endings, too. Watch knight e7 constantly. That's why he played the rook to e2 to guard. Okay. Rook ending once again. Yeah, got to keep the rooks on. Again, this should be a draw, but who knows? Rook a7, get behind the pawn. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this should favor black. The rook's coming over here. c4 maybe? Stop king b5? Or is he just going to start getting going with these pawns? Rook d5, cut the king off. All right, I think Dania's winning this. I'd bring the rook down here. No, he wants it behind. He's trying to advance that pawn. Yeah, this is good. This king's going to wedge itself in. Take c3. Oh, nice. Accurate move. I like that. Now promote. Easy win. Easy. White king's way too far away to cause trouble. Not even close. Don't stalemate white, though. King g4. Take. Rook h5. Call it a game. Yeah. No chance here for white. Nice technique. Oh, wait. That was Magnus. Nice technique, Magnus. I'm getting confused because I was flipping back and forth. I thought that was Dania playing for the win there and winning the game. All right. Yeah. Magnus showed nice technique in that one. The flipboard gambit, yeah. Triangle Anomaly, thanks for the 14 months. Appreciate it, Triangle. Cheers. Magnus never met him, yeah. Neuter Toe, thanks for the tier 1. Oh, this match is just great. Amazing to see people at the highest level of their craft. And the bullet matchers, I know they're hard to follow, but it's just unreal the amount of action packed into these games. Like these bullet games are like what I might produce in a rapid or a classical game. Maybe a rapid game more fairly. But I mean, you could compare the accuracy sometimes. Like these guys will get, 10, 20 average centi pawn loss sometimes in these bullet games. Like some of these games are incredibly accurate. Okay, what's going on here? This pawn is trying to get to f2, white blockading for the time being. This knight is kind of oddly placed. That's a good move. Bishop f5, I like that. Knight connect, defend. Ooh, okay. White still needs to corral this f-pawn, though. That's still a concern. Knight g5. Black stops that. How does white approach this pawn? They can't really do that easily. He's trying to maneuver f2, king e2. Another complicated scenario. Ooh, take. I think white's winning now. The two connectors are pretty viable because black basically can't trade knights here. Watch the g3 getting snuck in somewhere. Nope. Yeah, Magnus wins. Still play it out. Oh, okay. Well. Now, the key here, I think, is to not go for mate. Yeah, so that ended a couple moves for mate anyways, but, the Alekhine with the knight coming back to g8. If you try to play for checkmate too directly in a position like that, you might waste some time trying to avoid a stalemate, or you might actually stalemate your opponent. You got 6 centipawn lost once. Nice. Yeah, anything under, 20, let's say, is usually pretty good. Is this another Scandi? No, yeah, okay. This is the Alekhine. Same game. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this looks like a Scandinavian, but no, it was that knight f6, knight g8 game. Don't I have a pretty good record against Dania? No, not at all. We played one time over the board, and it was a draw. That was back in 2014. But no, he smokes me in Blitz and Bullet. I played him in person, actually, because I was in Charlotte recently. I mean, he probably was winning by like a 9-1 margin in over the board Blitz. He's so good. And he's also pretty fast. Like, his dexterity is pretty good. Dania has a video called Alekhine, the Superior Scan. Does he really? Oh, man. That is an affront. All right, what's happening here? There's some mate threats that black has to worry about. I mean, otherwise he'd be taken on g3. He's going to do it now. Black's... Well, I don't know if black's better here. Just due to the mate threats. Plays b... Wait, what? Okay, if take f7, I guess, is the point. Wait, how are you going to stop this? Oh, rook h1 mate. Rook h1 mate is a big threat, so white has to move the queen, the king, rather. Oh, this is a minefield for white. Very tough to defend. Take the bishop. Oh, Dania found his way through that, but double. Look at that move. Just cool as a cucumber. Defended the f8 square. That was nice technique, once again, by Magnus. One of the best endgame players of all time, no doubt. I would say probably the best endgame player of all time. I don't know that it's even too possible to dispute historically. Magnus's accuracy in that phase of the game is pretty crazy. I mean, there's some guys in the past, Capablanca comes to mind, Karpov, past world champions of the more strategic variety who played endgames exceptionally well. But yeah, I would say Magnus is the best of all time. He's on a 4-game winning streak here, by the way. D4 is the superior E4. Do Magnus and Dania plan these matches ahead of time? I don't think so. I was talking about this right when the stream starts. But according to Dania, he'll just send Magnus a challenge if he notices Magnus is online on Lichess. And Daniel will go about his day and, stream, teach, maybe study a little bit. And he says he has his audio up. So when he gets like the sound, like the boo sound, to start like the little bell to start the game, he knows that Magnus has accepted his challenge, and then he'll scramble back to his computer, or he'll quickly like find the window where the challenge is open, and he'll get rocking and rolling. That's 5 in a row. Is this match over? It better not be over. Declined? No. Queen b7, he threw it in because this bishop's hanging. Please. We need some praises in the chat. Please continue. We want more. 31.5 to 16.5. Magnus is doubling them up right now. Yes. Here, I'll pray with you guys in the chat. Oh, I don't even have the BTTV enabled. I got to do it this way. Prayers up. Come on. Time for me to challenge him? All right. All right. My boy Dania couldn't get the job done. Time to jump in. Let's do it. Thank you, Spudge, for the tier 1. It would be sick if he accepted. Let's go. Hey, YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. I know I haven't uploaded in months, and some of you have reached out asking if I'm okay or if I've given up YouTube. And honestly, I moved locations. So you might notice from the background here, I moved out of my place that I had been in for about 8 years, and I moved into the Twin Cities themselves here in Minnesota. So selling my house, making that move, that was definitely time consuming. And I honestly just lost some momentum with YouTube. But I'm going to start coming back. I'm going to start posting more content. I'll be here a little more regularly. I'll get back into it. I would even like to play some over the board chess myself. I haven't played over the board chess in 2 years. So I'm kind of getting the itch again. And just in general, I'm going to be posting more content. No major promises or anything, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'm totally normal and well. And I hope the same can be said about you and your friends and family. Hope everyone's safe. And I have been streaming on Twitch a lot. That's one thing I have been consistent about in recent months. So do check out my Twitch channel. But rest assured, there will be content here as well. We'll get back to some of the series that you guys have come to know me for. You know, climbing the rating ladder, using the clock as a weapon when I'm able to. Maybe some standard videos and whatnot. And I'm definitely open to content suggestions as well. So just wanted to drop you guys a little note. Thanks again, as always. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.